On the very first day of school, I locked 3 campus beauties inside the girls' dorm because I knew the apocalypse was coming in 5 seconds. Anyone left outside a building would turn into a zombie. Luckily, I was reborn one day before the apocalypse hit and awakened a loyalty system. As long as a top-tier beauty scoring over 90 developed loyalty toward me, I could get all kinds of supplies to survive the end of the world. So I set my sights on the goddess I'd simped for in my past life for over 10 years. It was her betrayal that got me shoved into a crowd of zombies by her admirer, Wang Hao. So this time, right in front of Wang Hao, I dragged Lin Shui into the girls' dorm and slammed the door shut. The other 2 girls in the room were completely stunned. But before they could even react, the world changed in an instant. The campus beauties who thought I was crazy saw what was happening outside, and their legs gave out on the spot. To raise their loyalty faster, I straight up starved them for 3 days. Because I knew cheap concern is never appreciated. When they were all starving, I pulled out a piece of bread. They were practically drooling. Just for one bite, Li Yu, the dance department beauty, was even willing to lower herself and beg me. But I still didn't budge. Instead, I looked at Lin Shui and used a gesture like I was calling a dog to ask if she wanted to eat. It was humiliating, and Lin Shui hated it, but she was starving too. Right as she hesitated, that devilish voice sounded in her ear again. "Want to eat? Then beg me and I'll give you some." "I want to eat." Instantly, Lin Shui's loyalty went up by 10 points. Seeing that, I dipped my finger into the cream on the bread and held it out in front of her. I didn't say a word, but Lin Shui couldn't wait and licked it up. Since she behaved so well, I handed her the whole piece of bread. Watching her devour it, I knew she'd fully adapted to the apocalypse. At that moment, over in the boys' dorm next door, Wang Hao had already been cursing me out for 3 straight days. He was still yelling, asking what I'd done to Lin Shui. I pointed toward the balcony and said to her, "Go out to the balcony right now and tell him you made the right choice, or you don't get any food. He's way better than all of you." After saying that, she looked completely drained, and her loyalty hit 35. The system also gave me a reward: purified water. Hearing Lin Shui shout that out, Wang Hao's eyes went bloodshot. He swore he'd slice the 2 of us into pieces, but I just smiled. "Damn, your girl tastes pretty good." Wang Hao was so mad he almost broke down, but that was exactly the effect I wanted. Then I turned to the other 2 crying girls in the room and asked their names. One was Li Yu, the dance department beauty, and the other was Zhao Xiqi, the English department beauty. After binding both of them, I unlocked self-heating hot pot, and it only cost 30 points to exchange. Next, I told them to collect whatever water was still left in the pipes, while I sealed up the doors and windows. Watching me direct everything in an orderly way, Lin Shui suddenly felt something different. Lin Fan didn't seem so bad after all. He was nothing like the guys next door who only knew how to scream. Maybe following him really could keep her alive in this apocalypse. Right as their loyalty was going up, a helicopter flew onto campus and dropped a crate of supplies. Just when the girls got excited, chaos broke out downstairs. People were even killing their former classmates over a single box of instant noodles. That made the girls realize everything had changed in the apocalypse. Hunger could really kill you. And at that moment, their only hope was this devil-like man standing right in front of them. Just when they were falling into despair, I pulled out the self-heating hot pot I'd exchanged for. The girls were all stunned. After I fed them the food, the way they looked at me finally changed, and Lin Shui's loyalty reached 70. Wang Hao in the next building seemed to catch the smell of the hot pot and started screaming curses again. I calmly wiped my fingers and took Lin Shui with me to mock him one more time. Lin Shui thought I was seriously awful, but she still blushed and held on to me as we walked onto the balcony. The moment Wang Hao saw that, he completely lost it. But this was only the beginning. "Wang Hao, I'm going to make you pay back every grudge from my past life." Then I told Lin Shui to taunt him, while he was still desperately begging her and asking if she was being forced. We had a full dinner tonight. Wang Hao had been starving for days, so of course he couldn't take it. He begged Lin Shui to give him something to eat. Looking at how he'd gone from arrogant to pathetic, Lin Shui suddenly felt that Wang Hao, the chairman's son, really wasn't all that. When a real crisis hit, he was nothing but a useless coward throwing a tantrum. Watching the change in her expression, I suddenly found it kind of interesting and stepped forward, wrapping an arm around Lin Shui. "Your girl feels real good." That made him start throwing things everywhere, and when Lin Shui saw that, her loyalty hit 80. While the other 2 were collecting water, they suddenly realized the pipes had completely run dry. The girls panicked instantly, but when they thought about how Lin Fan could always pull out supplies, their loyalty went up another 5 points. And right then, urgent knocking suddenly came from outside the door. It turned out the people outside knew there was food in here, so a group of girls had teamed up to force their way in and take it. The 3 girls instantly huddled together in fear. But who was I? I'd survived 10 years in the apocalypse. My heart had long since turned cold as iron. Faced with a life or death threat, I struck first without hesitation. I grabbed a short knife and killed the leader on the spot, scaring the rest of the looters so badly they all ran for their lives. Seeing that I'd actually killed someone, Lin Shui's beautiful eyes were filled with disbelief. Was this really the same Lin Fan who used to simp for her? And because of what I'd just done, the other 2 girls' loyalty rose to 50. Besides care and affection, a little fear really was the best method. Lin Shu suddenly thought back on everything that had happened before, and compared to what she'd just seen, she realized he had actually been gentle with her. In an instant, her loyalty jumped to 93, and I unlocked a compound bow. I exchanged for it without hesitation to strengthen our defenses. At the same time, the system gave me a mission. Bind 5 girls with looks above 90 and get their loyalty to 50, and I'd receive all kinds of buffs and weapons. If I failed, the system would revoke my supply exchange privileges. So I asked the other 3, who else in this building is really pretty? They all rushed to answer. Chen Qingge across the hall is the music department beauty. Zhang Feifei next door is a dance department beauty just like me. And Su Qinghan, the student council vice president by the stairwell, is gorgeous too. Once I had my targets, I slung the bow on my back and walked straight out of the room. I went straight to student council vice president Su Qinghan's door. Without saying a word, I handed her a piece of bread and a bottle of water. She opened the door instantly, and the moment she got the bread, she bound herself to me. Her loyalty also hit 20, but I didn't force her into Lin Jue's room, because when you're fishing, sometimes you need to chum the water first. Rush it and you'll ruin it. The next day, the zombies downstairs suddenly went berserk. It turned out Wang Hao had used some unknown method to get all the zombies to swarm the girls' dorm. Huge numbers of zombies flooded into the hallway. And to keep those campus goddesses still stuck outside from dying, I went to Su Qinghan's door, planning to bring her into my room. Then I headed to dance department beauty Zhang Feifei's door. But after I explained the situation, she unexpectedly threw out a phone-blasting loud sound, drawing every zombie in the hallway straight to us. Wang Hao saw the whole thing too. It turned out Zhang Feifei, as his junior schoolmate, had a huge crush on him. Realizing he'd been set up, Lin Fan grabbed Su Qinghan and ran. Just when we were completely out of options, we accidentally rushed into music goddess Chen Qingge's room. But all the zombies had already been lured over, and the door was about to be smashed open. I knew that if we wanted to survive this, I had to finish the system's mission and get 5 bound girls to 50 loyalty. But I had only bound 4 so far. So I looked at Chen Qingge seriously. There's still one chance left for all of us to survive. Submit to me and offer me your loyalty.